300 to 400 years ago, pirates were a terrifying force to be reckoned with. Now they're family-friendly figures of fun. What will be their modern-day equivalent a few centuries from now?
In college, I wrote about this in my myth and folklore class. Pretty much every morally questionable organization, or group of people, given enough time, is romanticized about. Pirates, gangsters, old and new, Nazis, cowboy outlaws. History has a way of blending out the good to be bad, and the bad to be good.
I'm probably too late, but I'd say Karens. Right now they're spreading disease and misery wherever they go, but I imagine in the future there will be kids with that haircut as a wig, going around on Halloween with sippy cups that look like Starbucks cups, saying things like, "I want to speak to your manager," and "It's wine o'clock."
In this case, the future you speak of is in about 2.5 months.
Probably serial killers and criminals, to be honest. Some of them are already romanticized. Dexter, Prodigal Son, Hannibal, Breaking Bad. These are warning signs. They're gonna focus on the fact that the government or cops are oppressive, or that the Unabomber was a freedom fighter or whatever.
Maybe it will be pilgrims and witch trials? Seeing that in modern media still makes it seem awful and evoke fear, like the witch, so maybe in about 100 years there will be cartoonified pilgrims murdering Native Americans and burning women at the stake.
Same thing with Vikings. Every time I see a Viking cruise commercial I think, rape, pillage, and plunder your way through Europe like the old days, on Viking cruise lines.
What are you supposed to be for Halloween, Bobby? Some sort of businessman surfer? I'm an enhanced interrogator, and this is my waterboard.
Porch pirates. I dunno, I just think it would be funny to see a show about porch pirates shooting down Amazon drones for a living.
Capitalists committing white-collar crimes that plunge tens of millions of people further into poverty, whilst robbing shareholders and the treasury. Each economic meltdown, they become more powerful and emboldened. Kind of like modern-day serfs, lords, and knights. Lumberjacks. Someday those evil, drunken, plaid flannel-wearing, axe-wielding, mustachioed redwood murderers will be seen as singing, dancing, tea-drinking, buttered scone-eating, wildflower-pressing, girly men in suspenders, high heels, and bras.
I agree. And hopefully one day we will no longer fear the Spanish Inquisition.
Cartels. I can't wait for the fun kids movie that comes out with a bunch of cartoon narcos making it in the big city whilst Funky Town plays in the background.
The number of incredible, distasteful and inappropriate Halloween costumes I have seen of terrorists has remained constant over the last 10 years. So I would guess that in 300 years, there may be costumes of stereotypical 21st century terrorists which may be weirdly exaggerated, and far from what was reality.
Terrorists, fun for the whole family.
Man, can you imagine if people are making movies about how great and hilarious terrorists were? Jesus.
I would personally say terrorists for a couple of reasons. Pirates used to be a terrifying force, because there were more of them back then, so they were more of a threat. There are still some pirates now, you know, the Somalian ones, but when a person says the word pirate, I typically think of the typical peg-leg guy with a parrot and a sword.
My wife remarked the other day that the Ottoman Empire, for hundreds of years, was a huge and fearsome kingdom, and now an Ottoman is just something we rest our feet on.
Nigerian princes. Eventually we'll find out what they did with the money they scammed, and I'm hoping it's going to be even wilder than Escobar's hippos. Probably inner-city street gangs. Gonna be interesting in 2300 when the kids bust out Sharpies to doodle their face, because they're going to go as a MS-13 member for Halloween. Clowns. In a couple of centuries we'll have lost our fear of them, and they'll be seen as something light-hearted and slightly wacky, with their impractical footwear and whatnot.
I don't think we should take that risk. See a clown, punch a clown, and then push it down a storm drain.
I'd say that with clowns, the opposite has already happened. They started out as something fun for kids, but have only started to be considered scary for the past 3 decades or so.
The clown cycle.
I think clowns will be seen like court jesters within a lifetime or two. We're already a full lifetime removed from them being an influential and competitive form of entertainment, so now we're seeing all of the creepy clown stuff building off of their odd appearance. I predict next is just them fading into history, and being a curiosity to be appreciated.
There's no such thing as real clowns. It's just people dressed as clowns. Always has been.
Disneyland will still be around, and they will open their new ride, the White Anarchists of the Pacific Northwest.
The most depressing thing about your statement is the possibility that Disney will still be around in a couple of centuries.
Pirates again, but not the me-hardy kind. The sells bootleg movies at the flea market for $5 each kind.
It's already true of Prohibition-era gangsters.
Pretty much any criminal archetype that can be easily twisted to, sticking it to the man will be inevitably romanticized. It's the Robin Hood effect.
It's already true with modern gangsters too. Rap and movies romanticized it already.
Narcos, we don't even need a century to know that, just how people idealizes the figure of Pablo Escobar and other infamous narcos in Latin America.
Also, they have such an over-the-top style, it's inevitable. Patterned shirts, bulletproof vests, AK-47, huge belt buckles, cowboy boots, shaved heads, funny mustaches, and lion, tiger pets.
Anyone that can go from being poor to making 100 million plus a day will be idolized. Just how the world works, sadly.
What exactly is fun or romantic about smuggling cocaine into other countries? Doesn't sound equivalent to swashbuckling pirates sailing the 7 seas at all to me.
Just look at every idiot who idolizes Scarface, and clearly missed the point of the movie.
We're kinda seeing that with syndicate gangs of the old world in the States. They've steadily lost influence, and got a pretty flattering depiction of their contemporary status in The Sopranos. Even now, the bootlegger mafioso is basically a Halloween costume, and it probably won't be long until the inner-city gangbangers follow suit.
I watch the Netflix show Narcos, and it hurts me to see people idolizing the narcos there, and on Halloween, people dress up as Pablo. It's infuriating.
I'm from Colombia, and it's still a pretty sore topic. I brought it up the other day as an example as to how corruption is worse in Colombia than the US, and just got kinda stared at by everyone at dinner. Maybe 200 to 300 years from now, but I'm not sure if I think romanticizing the lifestyle is there yet. Narcos shows his awful brutality. Only reason some people liked him is he gave a lot of free money out in Medellin.
Bloods and Crips type gangbangers, motorbike gangs, hell, in 500 years the memory of people like the Nazis, Bolsheviks, and Al-Qaeda will be such distant memories, people might like them. People dress up as Vikings for Halloween. Attila the Hun was a good guy in Night at the Museum.
I now really hope we figure out either consciousness transfer, or heads in a jar before I die, if for no other reason than to see the 500-year reboot of Night at the Museum, with Osama bin Laden as comic relief/hero of show.
Came here to say this. Pirates were basically the terrorists of their day. That's pushing it, I highly doubt it. Pirates targeted ships, not the general public to my knowledge.
Hackers.
I just love that in 300 years' time, there's going to be kids running around yelling, "Hack the planet."
Gentlemen, you will always remember this as the day you almost caught Captain Hack Sparrow.
I'm sure there are tons of kids show that feature hacking nowadays, especially with how into technology kids are. I'm pretty sure I saw my nephew watching a show about kids who are superheroes, and have seen at least one scene of the characters hacking.
I would say Putin, but he'll probably still be running Russia. Robo-Putin. The last true democracy. He is the man and he has the vote.
I remember seeing a restaurant kids menu with a pirate theme that said, "Remember kids, a good pirate never takes something that doesn't belong to them."
So to them, a pirate is just a freelance sailor or something.
I mean, it's yours when the enemy already surrendered everything they have to you.
You are technically correct.
Ah, that be our gold it be. The English was just holding it for us.
My mom never understood the appeal of pirates. She wouldn't intervene to prevent me from enjoying them, but she would remark, "They're criminals. They're terrible people."
Well friends, that's all for now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we would love to hear your stories in the comments below.